How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. Today I want to talk to you about a couple stocks, about four of them, that I think could double. Now, I want to say, first of all, it's been a very weird market over the last week and a half. We saw a lot of red last week. We saw a great day Monday. We saw a really bad day on Tuesday. And now it's kind of a mixed bag. There are large fluctuations. A lot of stocks sold off right at the market open. A lot of them spiked up right after it and then came back down and then are going back up. So just be ready. I'm not saying that these stocks will double in the next week. I'm not saying that they'll necessarily double in the next month or anything like that. There's no way of knowing how the market's going to react in the short term, but I think these are long-term winners, and I think these have significant growth prospects and are in emerging markets that are going to grow quite quickly, and I think these companies have a real market dominance where they are sitting now. Now, I want to say too that this is not an all-inclusive list. I don't want to include penny stocks on this list because so much of penny stocks are reliant on a couple make or break different events, whether it's authorization by the FDA or whether it is a big partnership or just more market sentiment, a couple big YouTubers covering it, something like that. So I don't want to include those either because I think those have so many catalysts that we can't really tell where it will go in the short term. So I want to cover some different SPACs, some different growth stocks that are a little bit easier to tell, in my personal opinion, that they are good companies for the long term and where they might be a little while from now, maybe a year down the line. Now, again, this is not an all-inclusive list. If I don't include, let's say, Amazon or some other company that could double, I don't think Amazon's going to, but some other company, it's not because I don't think it will. It's just because I can only include so many different stocks. So if you guys like this, please hit the like button. I really appreciate it. If you guys want more of this, if you guys want to know exactly when I'm buying and selling different stocks, you can check out the link down below to Patreon. There I tell them exactly what I buy and sell. There are over 4,300 people in there, so definitely check that out if you're interested. There also is a link down there to BlockFi in case you want to start investing in cryptocurrencies. They've come back a good amount since their low last week, so definitely check that out if you're interested. They pay an interest rate and up to $250 bonus. There is a link down there to Webull too in case you want a bonus. Just deposit $100, get some free stocks. So the first company on this list is SFTW. Now, I covered this one early on. It's gotten a lot of recognition from different people on YouTube, and I really like it. So I was buying probably around 14 or so, and then we had the big SPAC market sell-off. I invested a good amount over the last couple days in this one. I really like it, and the thing about this one is it's kind of the big brother of space. So they're working with a couple government agencies. They use their satellites to report real time to different companies, and the thing is, this could grow into the insurance space. This could grow into just another company, kind of like Palantir, like a big brother. Again, they already work with government agencies, and they are low cost, high revisit small sats. Now, right now, they have about $22 million in revenue for 2020. They're expecting to double this, and then double and a half, and then continue scaling up pretty quickly. I think that this is it's such a growing industry, and it's a high barrier of entry that's going to be hard for other companies to get in here. And again, they already have government contracts. I think this will continue to expand. I think a lot of different companies will want to use it for one thing or another, whether it's just, monitoring maybe some of their plants or monitoring different clients. And I don't know exactly all the use cases right now because this is such a new market and such a big possibility right now. You can see they already work with the U.S. Army, U.S. Air Force. They just have so much in front of them. I can't even wrap my head around all the prospects of it, but I think this is one that could easily get in the 20s. We've just seen such a sell-off in this market. It could easily get in the 20s, even short term, but long term, I still think it's a winning company. It's one that ARK Invest could throw into one of their portfolios, their new space ETF, and I think it could do quite well. The next stock is CLSK, and this is one that's been kind of hit hard today, which is surprising. It was up significantly pre-market. It was up 7 or 8% pre-market, and now it's down about 10% short-term, and there really isn't any reason for it besides that Bitcoin came down a little bit. It fluctuates greatly with Bitcoin. What's going against CLSK right now is the fact that there's a lawsuit against them. They're also countersuing. There's some back and forth on a short report that came out. But I'm still invested in this one. It's it's a high risk, high reward play because if they clear up everything in the allegations, I think they're going to skyrocket. But of course, do your research on this. The thing is, they are expecting $30 million in revenue for the end of the fiscal year. Now, I don't think that they are setting themselves up in the right way for this. I think this is low. Now, they reported about 2.3 million in revenue last quarter, but they acquired a Bitcoin mining company. They just announced that they are acquiring more Bitcoin miners. They're going to be able to increase their mining on that side, and they also have their energy grid business too. They say here that they're expecting 115 to 150 million per year in Bitcoin mining revenue at 47,000 per Bitcoin. So I'm not sure why they are still using this old estimate of 30 million because they're expecting 20 million from their energy side and then another significant amount from their Bitcoin mining. Originally, they said about 10 million from their Bitcoin mining, but it's scaling up so quickly. Now, this is going to be down the line. They're expecting to be able to increase their mining rate to about 6 to 9 Bitcoins. They're at about 1.5 right now, 1.4. So this is from a couple months ago. They also announced that they acquired a new company, Solar Watts, that they're going to add tens of millions of dollars in revenue from. So this company is expanding pretty quickly. If they hit what they are saying they could hit, if they're able to increase their mining capacity, that will send them up really quickly, especially if they can clear up their lawsuit. This could be a $60 stock easily if they clear that up. It just has a lot of people worried because of this, and they're just not valued as high as some other Bitcoin miners right now. The next company is one that's a little bit safer. It's $32 billion, and it's been beaten down a little bit. So this company is Teladoc. They're in the telehealth space. They were approaching 300 per share in early February. If you see here, they were actually consolidating right in the 260 to 300 range, and now they've just free-falled. A lot of people are worried too that coming out of the pandemic, not as many people are going to be using their services, but they are really a market leader in this space. And I think that this is going to be a big push over the coming years to use telehealth more. It's cheaper, it's faster, it's easier, that kind of thing. Now, they've been growing revenues really quickly. You can see here they had almost exactly 100% revenue increase year over year. Now, I think this is going to continue to scale up at a very quick rate, and they were just pushed a lot further ahead because of the pandemic. They're also growing international revenue. This is growing a little bit slower, but that's another way for them to grow in the future. And the last stock on this list is GHVI. This is the company that's merging with Matterport, and this one's seeing a big dip today. I really want to pick up more shares of this one, and I think that this is going to be a leader going forward. This company is valued at about $2.2 billion enterprise value, and that was before it moved up. So now it's valued a little bit higher. And what they do is they scan buildings, so you can put their Matterport scanner inside a building. It creates a 3D scaled diorama or 3D walkthrough of the building. You can see the length of different things. You can scale it out. You can see different rooms. And I think this is going to be big for several different industries, whether it's the insurance business, whether it is the real estate business. I think it's going to help real estate investors that are out of state. I think it's going to help a lot of industries, and it's just getting attention now. But the thing is, the market fell right after they announced, and it started to get some recognition. It was higher a couple weeks ago, or maybe even last week. Yeah, you can see here, it went up to about $24, $25 a share. And you can see this trajectory. However, the dip is hurting it a significant amount. This is a stock that had been up a good amount before the dip, so it was kind of hit hard. But I think this is going to be a company that's here to stay long term, and I've heard a lot of good things from people that use it. So this is another company that I think could double based on what they're doing now, based on market sentiment and what they're going to be able to do growing their revenues. So let me know your thoughts on these ones down below. Of course, some of these I'm tying to different numbers. Some of them I'm just saying, okay, the price was this, the market sentiment is this. So it varies across the different stocks, but we're in an interesting time where sometimes valuations matter, sometimes people don't care at all. So just take that into account. Any of these stocks could go down, any of them could go up. If you're looking to invest in them, I can't give financial advice, but personally, if I was looking at these, I'd invest a decent amount knowing that it could go down, but then also have money sitting there so I can invest more as it falls down. That's what I've been doing with all these. Let me know your thoughts on these down below. If you guys want, there is the link down to Patreon. Thank you for checking out Webull and checking out BlockFi, and I'll see you in the next video here on the end screen. Bye.